What's going on? What's up, YouTube? So, Car Wash the movie and the soundtrack, 50 years old, and a lot of memories with Richard Pryor, Daddy Rich, and the Pointer Sisters in the movie, and Bill Duke. A lot of interesting faces and places. George Carlin in the movie. A lot of interesting cameos and appearances. I think I probably talked about it before, but I'll say it again. The Car Wash in the 70s was the place to be. It was kind of like the club. It was that most happening place. It was the coolest. Because your whip was going to get shine, 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 shine. You just kind of sat there and you just remembered all that good stuff, all that good feeling. It just hit a certain way. It was the place to be. When you think about the elements of it, it was just it was really a cool area place to be. Um, and the movie was a cool vibe. It was a cool vibe. One thing I liked about things back in the day is that when the movies or places reflected what was happening, you saw it. So especially if you lived in certain places, because I was in Buffalo, New York back in the day. So if you were in certain towns, that would identify what you saw on the big screen. It was like, yeah. I remember it like yesterday. I was like, man, that was a real hip and happening place. Can't even emphasize enough to how to put that in perspective, but it really meant something. It was really something that you had to take that in consideration. You had appreciation for it. Uh, it just, it really was like, wow, that was a happening thing. So, I definitely, hold that in high regard. Um, Totality of it. Mm-hmm. Car Wash was one of those movies that I still watch. Michael Schultz, who directed the film, and and it was just kind of like an alley scene, but it was a cool thing. It was Frankie Crocker was in there too. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, Rose Royce did the soundtrack. Norman Whitfield wrote and produced the cuts. It was a W all the way around. It was like a musical. Bill Duke was militant in the movie. Antonio Fugua was he had an interesting character, but had me laughing. Uh, there's a lot of people. Like one thing about that car wash with the personalities, um, everybody was a dreamer. You ever worked a job where people work a job and then they kind of like role play, like they think about something else. And so this movie was like one of those things. It was like that. So had a lot of good, nuances about it. Put you in a certain frame of mind, and it's one of those films that I still visit. Still like to enjoy once in a blue, you know. Obviously, back in the day it hit more, but it's still I liked it. And I'll tell you like this. That embarrassing crap that Dr. Dre and Snoop and Eminem was a part of the wash was horrible. That mess should have never came out. That was garbage. Car Wash was where it was at. Better soundtrack too. I think they only had one song on the wash I halfway messed with. Didn't feel it at all. But Car Wash was on point. That was on point. It still hits though. So just having a memory about the original, why you need to leave, you need to leave the originals alone. But anyway, let me know what you think about Car Wash. 50 years later, and also the between the movie, the soundtrack, what you like, what you didn't. Let me know because there was a lot going on with that film. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.